Okay, so I am here today. I'm going to be showing you guys an update on our garden. So I'm pretty much going to be giving you all a fall garden tour. We have built up our raised bed garden. I did mention it at the very beginning of the year. We finally got around to doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what that looks like now, take you around, give you a little tour. I do have a dahlia update that I'm going to show you guys. Not too many of them bloomed, but I do have a few that bloomed. We had a very extremely hot summer this year, so they didn't perform as well, and I'm going to be showing you guys where I plan on moving them next year to kind of keep them shaded so that they can do a little bit better. But I'm going to go ahead and start showing you guys what we have planted and give you guys the tour. So I'm going to try to hurry up and do this before it starts raining. So here is a quick overview. Let me stand from the front to show you all what it looks like now compared to what you saw at the very beginning. And that side right there is a little, it's leaning a little crooked because it is kind of up on an incline, but we aren't too worried about that. So here is my sister's, I want to say this is her fig tree, and I believe I showed you guys that at the beginning of the summer. Here we have an okra, which actually has been producing okra for us. We haven't gotten anything off of it in the past week, but we have gotten a few okra off of it. And this broccoli is not looking too hot, but this one was transplanted, so I started one right behind it, and you guys can see my little spoon label that I used because I didn't have any more labels. Now this is our banana tree, and this is very exciting because we actually have bananas starting to pop up on it, and you can see them right there. They're so cute. And we also have some on the opposite side. And then this right here is actually holding bananas as well. So as the leaf starts to kind of unfurlough off, it will expose the new bananas, and they come with these really pretty yellow flowers on them. And once they fall off, that means that they've been fertilized. It's starting to rain, so I'm going to try to do this very quickly. Here I started me a row of beets, and you can see that they're kind of clustered like that because if you know anything about beets, you know that one seed is actually multiple seeds. So they've all kind of started coming up. I'm just going to let them grow up a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of move some of them around the garden. Now stepping into the garden, I have a few Brussels sprouts that are starting to pop up. I believe that is a bell pepper that my sister has. And then, unbeknownst to me, if you can see right here, my cauliflower is actually finally starting to sprout. It took them a bit. There's another okra plant. Back here are my cabbage. And then back here I started a few radishes. Right over there, that's a squash. Not sure if it's gonna do too well. We're still learning. So these are my radishes. And then my nice little row of peas. I bought 2 different varieties. And then here are my turnips. And these are turnip bottoms, not turnip greens. And I forgot, oh yeah, and then this is also another row of turnips. Now this is my sister's side, so I really have to look at the labels to see what she planted. She has some mustards coming in here. These 2 bigger leaves that you see, those are actually dahlias, and we do plan on keeping them there just to help with pollination for next year. Some collards here. Her carrots are also starting to sprout nicely as well. She has spinach going along this little row. You can see them popping up. Over here she has some bok choy, which we aren't sure what we're going to do with it yet. We're going to find some recipes for it. And then back there she has her last little cucumbers of the season. So now I'm just showing you this little area that we extended. We got some more flatbeds. And originally, you guys remember, this was the only ones that we had. We added about 3 more because this is where we plan on putting all of our grow bags and different pots and stuff, just to be able to increase the things that we are going to be able to plant. And I'm going to go ahead and take you guys over to the new garden bed. All right, so this is our new garden bed that I made a couple of weeks ago. And this is where our dahlias are going to be for next year, to kind of try to protect them from the excruciating heat in the sun. So this is what it looks like. And just a quick hack, everything out here to start these are fairly affordable, you guys. It's pretty cheap. The boards that we use here, they only cost about $3 per board. And then these little these things that we stick them in, they're about $3 as well. Now the soil that we use is the Kellogg's garden soil, and that's about $8, or at least when we buy it, it's about $8. It's always on sale, but I don't think it goes higher than 10. Also, another little tip, whenever you get these, make sure that you're buying the bags that are ripped, but it still has obviously majority of the soil in it, because they will give it to you. I know at our big box stores, they give it to us with at least 50% off, so you can increase the amount of soil that you're able to buy if you are willing to get the bags that are ripped. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So here we have a few more grow bags, and then here are some more beets. I need to show you guys the tomatoes. My sister had to move into her room. We are getting ready to go out of town, so she didn't want the hornworms to get to them because they have been getting out here pretty bad. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys those, and then I'm gonna come out here. The dahlias are not out here right now, but along these borders right here, I am gonna plant some rutabaga, some onions, and I think more radishes. So I'm also gonna show you guys that as well. All right, and so here are the tomatoes that I told you guys, the last of them that we have. So these are the ones she had to bring in. I believe it was this one right here where the hornworm kind of got to it. So she pretty much just picked the damage off of it and brought them in here. Cool thing about last year was we had a tomato that we brought in. It was the end of the season, but it continued to produce pretty well. This tomato here, you can see she has one coming in right here. And then there's another one on this same tomato. Let me see if I can find it for you. Oh, it's on the back side of it. So it's right there. So she has 2 of those coming in. She also has some bell peppers over here. These right here finally got flowers on them. So we're hoping to get our last little bit of bell peppers, which we haven't been successful with those yet, but this is the farthest that we've gotten as far as success, actually getting a flower to open. And so hopefully we get a few. And that's pretty much it for that. So I'm going to go ahead and take you guys back outside and just let you guys see me plant up some of my crops, and then that'll be the end of the video. Really quickly, I forgot to show you guys that my sister also took some sweet potato snips and started some sweet potatoes in a bag. She has this bag and she also has 2 other ones as well, but I wanted to show that to y'all very quickly. All right, since you all are already out here with me, these are some peas that I started in this flower pot a little bit before we finished working on our in-ground garden. So you can see they're doing pretty nicely. Now I am going to fertilize these. I know that you're not supposed to heavily fertilize these because peas actually pull nitrogen from the atmosphere and they put it down into the soil. So this is the first time that I've fertilized them, and this will be the only time that I'm going to fertilize them, but I am going to go ahead and do that today. So I'm just going to go in with the fish plant food or fish emulsion, and I've already poured it into my green little pot, so I'm just going to go over to our rain collector bucket and fill that in, and then I'm just going to fertilize these and fertilize the ones in ground. And like I said, after that I will not be fertilizing these again. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys everything that I'm going to be planting along the borders. So I am going to plant some yellow onions, yellow sweet onions, and these are the short day. In my area, we have to plant short day onions. I'm also, well, those were the red ones that I just showed you. Actually, these are the yellow. So I'm going to plant those. I'm going to also plant some rutabaga. I'm thinking about planting more radishes, more turnip bottoms. To show you guys these seeds, I just picked these up today, but I'm not going to be starting any of these. All of my herbs I'm actually going to be starting indoors, but that won't be today. So I bought some chives, I picked up some thyme, oregano, rosemary, kale, got some cucumber, and these are the pickling kind. And then I got the burpless and bitter because I have seen on other videos that these are pretty good as far as like pest resistant. So that's why I went ahead and got a couple of those. So now we're going to go ahead and start planting. So here I'm thinking about doing rutabaga. The one directly opposite, I'm thinking about doing turnips. I'm going to do half and half of the onions at the front, and then probably plant me a row of radishes. So that is the plan for the actual planting. this middle portion that you guys kind of saw me avoiding, that's because that's where all of my dahlias are going to go, in the middle. And so since these crops here, they don't have to grow large or trellis or anything like that, I should hopefully be able to harvest everything before spring, of course. And next year, I do, like I said, the dahlias are going to be here. I may still plant stuff around those, but I do know that there are like companion fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, so I do need to take that into more consideration. But I did just kind of want to get out here and just try my hand at some stuff. Like I said, I am a beginner gardener. We are beginner gardeners, so we're just kind of like testing the waters with stuff now. But that's pretty much it. Going to quickly water these in, and that'll be the end of the video.